Today I'm taking a big old eye of round roast, gonna give it a great rub, get it out on the Lone Star Grillz offset, smoke it up, and we're gonna chill it down. We're gonna make some terrific roast beef for roast beef sandwiches. So here's what I'm working with today. This is about a 7-pound USDA choice eye of round. I've got a good amount of fat on this, and I want to take a lot of this fat off because we are going to be slicing this for roast beef sandwiches once it's done. So let's get to it. On my left hand, I have my cut-resistant glove under my nitrile glove. You can see here I'm trying to get down so I'm not taking off too much meat as I'm trimming off the fat here. Again, this sort of fat you can save, you can freeze it, use it for trimmings when you're grinding any other cut that might be too lean for burgers. And eye of round on the inside is a fairly lean cut without all this surface fat. This is really great beef to use for beef jerky because of that leanness. You can see that once we get down under that fat layer that surface and that meat there has just some slight marbling. Really beautiful color on this. I'm guessing that by the time I get all the fat that I want to get off of this, we're going to be down closer to, 6 pounds maybe. But this is a good size eye of round. And we're going to be smoking this with hickory wood today. I almost decided to go with olive wood because I really like olive wood with beef, but I need some more olive wood. I have some, but I don't have enough for this cooking session. Get under this big membrane here. If you end up leaving a little bit there, it's not gonna hurt anything. All right, this is trimmed up about as good as I can do it. I'm not an expert at trimming this stuff, but we've got most of the fat off, just a little bit of surface stuff, tried to get most of that silver skin off. Now we're just gonna hit it with a great rub. What I'm gonna be using is Mississippi Grit from Swine Life Barbecue. I've used this rub before, I really like it. I think it's going to be great for this roast beef we're making. Has a nice savory flavor. Now in the eye of round, you usually end up with an end which is, thinner. It has that sort of tail on it. This is going to cook quicker. It's going to be more well done than the rest of it, but that's okay. I could trim this off and square it up, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to keep it all together. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna fire up the Lone Star Grillz offset, and then we're gonna get this bad boy on. All right, the Lone Star Grillz is up to temp. And as a reminder, Lone Star Grillz sent this to me to use on my channel. I'm really appreciative of that. It's a fantastic pit. Now, I think you can see the lid thermometer is showing about 325. This thermometer is at about the level of the upper grate. So I find that it's about 30 to 50 degrees higher than the lower grate temperature. And looking at my ThermoWorks smoke right now, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing about 275. And once we get this on and I adjust the vents, we're gonna bring that down into the 225 to 250 range. I've also added about a half a gallon of water to the bottom of the cooker today. It's a water reservoir down there. You can just add water directly to it. So let's go ahead and get this eye of round on. Go ahead and get my temperature probe in the thickest part here. That's showing 40 degrees. I think we hit the right spot. All right, I'm gonna close this up. We're gonna get smoking. I'm taking this roast to an internal temperature of 130 degrees. Once I reach that temperature, I'm gonna pull it, let it rest for about half an hour, then I'm gonna wrap it tightly in foil, and it's gonna go in the refrigerator overnight to chill down. That's gonna make it really easy to slice for those terrific roast beef sandwiches. So I'll see you back here. I don't know, we'll check it in an hour, see how it's doing. All right, we are 1 hour in, the pit temp's holding good, And we're just at about 100 degrees internal, so let's take a look at this eye of round. Looking good, but I do want to give it a little spritz for this final part of the cook. All right, we're going to close this up, let it finish to that 130 internal, when we're going to pull it, let it rest, and wrap it in foil. All right, we've been going for just about 2.5 hours now, and we just hit 130 internal. Let's take a look. Ah, looking good. Really nice color on that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this off of here, let it rest for half an hour like I said. I'm gonna wrap it in foil. It's gonna go in the refrigerator overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow when we make these roast beef sandwiches. All right, our eye of round has been resting in the refrigerator overnight, tightening up to make it easier to slice. And we're gonna build a nice roast beef sandwich here. But first, we've gotta get a couple things ready. One, I wanna get a nice sauce ready. So we're gonna be making a horseradish chive mayo spread. We're starting with a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Use your favorite mayonnaise or Miracle Whip or anything you want. This is Best Foods, which I think back east is Hellman's mayonnaise. To this, we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of horseradish. I'm using a prepared horseradish here. This is the extra hot one. I'm also adding about 1 tablespoon of chives that have been diced up. And we're just gonna mix this. Oh, you can smell that horseradish for sure. Oh, love that with beef. Now you could play around with this any way you want, add anything to this. If you want it hotter, you can put some red pepper flakes in here. It's just sort of a simple sauce that you can adjust to your own tastes. Take a little taste. Nice horseradish kick. All right, let's move on to some of the greenery we're gonna put on the sandwich. So what I have here is just a little bit of arugula. Now, if you don't like arugula, you can use anything really. I mean, just plain lettuce or no greenery at all, but I find that this adds a nice sort of peppery taste, a little bit of a bite to the sandwich. To this, we're gonna put, I don't know, maybe 1/2 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Just gonna drizzle that on here. Don't need a lot. And to this, maybe just a teaspoon of olive oil. Not that much. Now I'm just gonna get in here and mix this with my hands. Because I decided to use a small bowl here and makes it a little more difficult to toss. I lost a little piece here, we'll get them back. Just like that. All right, let's get our roast beef out here. So here is our smoked eye of round. Really, really nice color on this. And I'm going to cut straight down the middle. That's gonna be the most target temperature part of this roast. The ends are gonna be more well done as you would normally expect, but here we go, let's see. I'm gonna cut right about here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ah, that looks nice. Interesting little smoke ring here. If you can see that, it's not a dark smoke ring. And this was about a 2.5 hour cook, so not a lot of time for those combustion gases to get to the meat, but got an interesting light little smoke ring on this. I don't always see that when you're doing a roast like this. But let's cut some slices here. Now, one of the reasons to chill this is to get it more firm so you can get thinner slices. If you have a meat slicer, an electric one, go for it. That's perfect for this. I don't have one. I don't really have the counter space for that. Maybe someday. So I'm just gonna try and make some thin slices here. They won't be perfect, but we'll see. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. In fact, you know what? Even though we're making sandwiches from this, I'm gonna do a quick little early taste test. Let's see. Oh man, That rub, that Mississippi grit rub is perfect on this. Oh man, this is so juicy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting this up, and then we are gonna build our roast beef sandwich. All right, I am starting with a nice bun here that I toasted on my griddle on the stove, and we are just gonna start building this. First, we're gonna go with some of that arugula with that balsamic dressing on it. Again, if you don't like arugula, use something else, but I just really like that peppery bite it has. Next, some of our roast beef. Oh, look at that. I gotta say, this turned out, I think, better actually than I expected. I've done roast beef like this before, but this just really turned out nice. I'm happy with roast beef when it's floppy. You know, when you can slice it thin with a knife, not with an electric slicer, and you can still get that sort of floppy texture to it. Let's get one more nice little piece on there. Let's not be chintzy with the roast beef. And now some of our horseradish chive mayo. Let's get that on there. Spread that around. And again, if there's something you like on roast beef sandwiches, go ahead and add it. This is just the way I like it. Finally, we're gonna top this bad boy. And there we go. Smoked roast beef sandwich. This is looking good, and I can smell that horseradish. It's time to taste. Here we go. I could cut this in half, but I don't want to. Good roast beef, and it's dripping on my cutting board, so a lot of juice in that still. This is so good. I personally love arugula in something like this. I know a lot of people don't, but it really adds something here. And that horseradish chive mayo on top, perfect for this. Oh man. The thing I'm most happy with though is that roast beef. That hit the sweet spot right where I wanted it, sort of that medium rare. I don't think I could ask for a better roast beef sandwich. So if you love roast beef and you can get your hands on an eye of round roast, that's the perfect cut of beef to do just what we did here today. Season it the way you want, give it some great smoke at a low temperature. Once it's done, let it rest for about half an hour, then wrap it and chill it overnight, and you're gonna have fantastic roast beef for sandwiches.